How about now? Huh? Huh? Sheriff? Sound? Now? Maybe? Yeah? Sound. There you are. Sound. Yep. All right. Now we got sound. Now what? All right. Okay. I'm good now. Cheers. Fuck yeah. All right. Good on you, Sheriff. Welcome. Has it been an hour since I've had this thing on? Doesn't seem like it. I'm not Mr. People person, so I'm not going to stand up here and talk to myself all night. I'm just not that guy. Never have been. Sound went away again because I stopped talking. Or went on mute. Trump in 2024, baby. As soon as you cut to the other screen, what other screen? Can you do you still get it? You still got sound? How about now? Testing, testing. Is this thing on? No? Is it not on? So there's a mute sound. What's the mute sound? Is it what is it? Music or fire in the bowl? Fire in the bowl. Fire. Bowl. Fire. Yeah. Okay. Well, I spend most of when I'm not saying anything, I try to put the mute button on. That way nobody's bothered with all the background sounds or any of that crap. Plus, at that point, you can't hear my porn, Sheriff. So, I mean, That's probably best. Just think. Fa la 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 la. Let's see if I can share this with you. Share screen. Window. This is our mining dashboard. Let me see. It's our PDU dashboard. There's one of our miners. Mining Bitcoin for fun and profit, boys and girls. I know nobody cares, right? There you go. Okay. Well, I mean, if you don't mind listening to me ramble, then I'll just ramble. Rambling on. Let's see. Let's share some stuff about some stuff. Let's see. Mining on the Bitcoin, and then sucking down the power, and then no, not that. Solar dashboard. Let's see what's on the solar dashboard. Well, I spent some time outside today working on the solar panel array, which honestly I'm pretty excited about because the concrete's finally dry on the posts, and I can proceed to build the frame for the array and get everything moving in my direction. I don't know about a smart dude. I'm just a guy trying to do some stuff. That's all. but thank you. I appreciate it. Let's see. Let's share a few screens here and see what we can come up with. There's a good screen. So basically, here it is. See, so my thing is I'm mining Bitcoin off of solar exclusively. So I'm not using power from the grid. I'm not using a generator. It's all solar. So if it ain't going straight through the inverter and straight into the miner, it's going straight through the inverter and into the battery and then into the miner. What we have here is basically a solar availability versus load per day chart. And in a nutshell, I'm getting about on this, and this is just one of 3 inverters, but I'm getting a little less than 2,000 watts per inverter, and I'm using a little more than two. Well, if I'm just running the big miner, then it eats roughly 2,400 watts. And if I can split that across 2 inverters, then that's 1,200, 1,300 watts each. And let me see if you can see, that's one of the inverters right there. Then there's one of the other inverters. You can see here where the power's coming in from the solar panels in through the inverter out to the house and out to the battery. The battery's discharging into me now. So you can see that I'm eating more than I have available from the sun. As the day progresses, you can see that blue line there. That blue line gets less and less and less and less until the sun goes down. And so that said, the miner eats a standard, what's that? 1,060 watts. No, the miner eats 1,551 watts, and solar's only putting out 1,010 watts. So the battery's making up for 500 watts basically. Which means I should probably stop eating that wattage because I want my bigger guy to come online later on. So I should make a change here to one of my ons and make that off immediately. It's going to make me log in again. I know. But let's see. Let's go ahead and turn let's see, which one is this? This is the 1. All right, so keep the 1 on. I'm going to take the 2 off. Off immediate. Take the number 2 offline. All right, the number 2 is offline. The number 1 is still online. You can see there. Here's a refresh. The chips are a little hot. Running a little hot today, but none the worse for wear. What's up, Phils? What's up, Crazy Legs? Me and Sheriff are just in here shooting the shit. He says he wants to hear about some of my boring shit. So I figured I'd throw it up there and start talking about it, I guess. Why not, right? Thank you. Much appreciated, sir. It's going all right. Pretty good, actually. I'm my concrete and my posts finally solidified, so I'm putting frames up on my posts so I can put more solar panels up. So I don't run into situations like this where I have no power and, well, I have power, but just not enough. Thank you, Sheriff. Appreciate it. It's boring to a lot of people. A lot of people think this shit is boring. But let me see. So, again, I mine Bitcoin with the solar power right now. It runs into the house too, but I don't use that much. So, everything else is used for mining Bitcoin. And I'm going to bring more panels online also. More. Probably at least another 7,000 watts in the not too distant future. I got two stacks of 15 panels that I need to mount onto something and get wired into the system. By the way, fire in the bowl, boys and girls. I'm monitoring the battery right now using a Bluetooth app it's a shunt that has a Bluetooth interface. So the shunt gives me a very good idea of what goes into and out of, as far as, and well, what the state of the battery is, how much voltage current is, going into it currently. Let me see if I can show you here. Sadly, the app is only Android. Come on now. It's only Android, but basically it's a battery monitor. Do you buy the panels or build them? I buy the panels. I don't have the patience, the wherewithal, or anything else to build them. So basically, I'm just trying to keep the battery topped off over there going into the evening. So if I can do that, then I can run my big guy miner, because the big guy miner makes me a lot more money, but he's sensitive. He's more sensitive to heat. So here in the desert, when it gets to 110 degrees outside, the big guy miner doesn't like it. So about 2 in the afternoon, I have to shut him down, basically. Until it gets a little cooler during the day, 6 in the evening or something like that. And then I'll light him back up, and a full battery will let me run him for 4.5, almost 5 hours. Anyhow, hoot, scoot. Let's see, what else? This and there, and this and there, this to there, and that. Then this over here. Now, see, you can see right over here where the load is falling off. Right? This is my monitor on one of my inverters. The load is falling off. Down to 706 watts. And the sun's putting out 936 watts. Jesus, those fonts are small. I buy used panels. Used to be a $51 panel. I used to get, I got about 25 used $50 panels. They're 250 watts each. They're good for another 20 years. They rock. Give me all the juice I need. And then I bought another 30 of those panels for basically the same price. Recently, those panels went on sale again for a cheaper price of $29. And I'm thinking about dipping in and buying maybe 2 more pallets full, because the best way to get them is in pallets. Fire in the bowl, boys and girls. This is my pay frequency. On one minor. Cheers, Sheriff Hector. Bruce Banner. Who? You mean like Hulk Bruce Banner? I heard of him. I don't know much about him, but I heard of him. I'd go through the news with you guys, but you wouldn't like what I have to say about it. Nobody ever does. Ah, Bruce Banner, the strain you grow. Yeah, dude, that's an awesome strain. Speaking of strains, I was able to go down to my local dispensary and they had a special on shake for $20 a quart. And the shake was the shake from the shit that I normally buy from them, which is 23%. It's a mimosa hybrid, mostly indica or sativa, excuse me. I like your opinion. You don't give a fuck. Well, yeah. Well, I do give a fuck. There's a lot of stuff I give a fuck about, but I don't give a fuck about whiners. And yeah, I do let people know what I think. Yes, I do. Thank you, sir. But a lot of people hate that. A lot of people, oh, you're a fucking Trump loving, right wing conspiracy having, you know, well, I am kind of. But anyway. But thank you, sir. Much appreciated. Let's see. Breitbart has 700 migrants cross in just a few hours. Swallowed a bee. Doug Ford. Jesus. Record profits, baby. Yeah, when you drive fucking price of gas to $5. That is true. I don't give a fuck what people think of my opinion. You're right. Doing good, brother. Doing good. Hey, grab a link. Come on up. Talk to us. We're just shooting shit. We ain't doing anything really important. Let me throw a link up there for you. Me and the sheriff's talking, having a blast. Ain't doing much of nothing. Reading Breitbart. Marlo Reed. A.G. Garland has responsibility to share why they did this. Yeah, he's going to end up losing his ass for that. Garland is going to, that was a fucking bad move. Soon as the Republicans get into the House, they'll fucking impeach his dumb ass. But he should have saw that coming. Texas Police Department refuses to apologize to woke crowd. Fuck yeah. Migrants on Texas to New York bus threatened to call cops on bus driver for this. Hold on, I gotta see that, brother. Let's see what that says. Let me see what I can do here.
Country illegally, threatening to call the clone, including this huge single group of 290. This, as dozens of migrants arrive from New York City, from Texas this morning, as the surge along the southern border forces fed-up governors to send them north. And here's another problem developing from those buses. The migrants who are in the country illegally threatening to call the cops for help. The New York Post reporting, quote, some of the passengers on the New York-bound bus became upset when the driver announced a change in the itinerary, pleading for hours to make the planned stop. Many had plans to meet relatives or travel from Chattanooga. The state of Texas gave them envelopes with what bus stop they were supposed to get off at. Ultimately, they said the bus did stop in Chattanooga. Man, has this gone off the rails. Mm-hmm. You know, I was looking today, getting prepared for this, at how we used to deal with illegal immigration. And when the country began, the assumption was that the state governments were going to police their internal territory, and the federal government had almost no authority over this whatsoever. So that's kind of an invention of the courts in the last century. And I just wonder what happens is, you know, you take something that's a federal state responsibility, turn it into a federal responsibility, and then it goes off the rails, and they take the position in Washington that the states can't do anything about it. So is this just, Tammy, let me ask you first, is this just a federal state problem, or is it like progressivism run amok colliding with its various aspirations?
Well, you know, we see progressivism in a certain way now, like with the Squad, and there's, you know, little actors involved in what that is. But clearly this has been a problem for the last 50 years. I mean, we've seen this moving forward, ranging from with even Governor and then President Reagan, and promises to build a wall or to secure the southern border, which never occurred. And so you've seen this game back and forth with Democrat and Republican presidents, as many, of course, when it comes to President Bush, the first, know that this has been a problem for a long time. But there is an interest, clearly, at the federal level when it comes to redistricting, how you get power, yes, voting, the nature of the worker framework, the Chamber of Commerce, issues of wages, and also, look, as America, we are a nation of immigrants. So this is not so far off from how we view ourselves, which is welcoming and come over here. And of course, we're the great. Who wouldn't want to come here? The problem becomes, is, as you've said, it goes off the rails when you've got a bureaucracy so big, it doesn't know how to handle this. And real people's lives are at stake. right? There's some who viewed the migrants as being like children somehow, but these are strong-hearted people, long-time cultures that they have to flee their own home, which is horrible, coming to this nation. These are not babies simply because they're not white. They speak a different language. They come here and often thrive. But now the government has a ceiling of keeping even those individuals down. Americans are being kept down. So it goes off the rail. It is a federal issue because of federal interests. And states, of course, then become overwhelmed because of the
But that's
other
what she
existing
meant,
economic
slipping.
problems. So everybody
That's exactly what
loses,
she meant.
and the
Even if
migrants
she
get pushed off to the
slipped
side
it,
and harmed even
slipping.
more. The sex trafficking, the drug trafficking,
See,
if
the
they end up
sex
homeless,
trafficking.
this bus issue, it
Platoon!
becomes a problem.
You're late.
I find it dizzying to try to
What is
stay
up,
on
brother?
top of this, because during the Obama years, what we heard was the federal government runs this and the states have nothing to say. And then the states all became sanctuaries.
Right.
And we heard that, in fact, I think we have something from Kathy Hochul, the governor of New York, about. Oh, okay. I just did a farm tour upstate New York. They're begging for workers. I walked the streets of Manhattan. I walked the streets of Albany. There's help wanted signs everywhere where they're begging for workers. So now it's all peachy.
Well, first of all, stop paying people to stay home and get Americans back into the workforce. We can start with that to begin with. I disagree with you a little bit, Tammy. I mean, you say that they're strong-hearted people, and some may be, but some may not be. We're not vetting people who come into the country, so we don't know who they are. You have good people, bad people. Some people should get in, some people should not. But when you just have streams of people who come in who aren't vetted, that's a problem for, one, our workforce and our national security. And my frustration, and maybe this goes to your question, Andy, you have states that have no control over the border and who's coming into their state. People are flown in, bussed in, and it's the states that are required to pay for the schools and the hospitals and the housing for migrants who the federal government is allowing into their state. And I think what you now see happening is liberals love this policy, but they don't want migrants in their backyard like we see in New York and D.C., just like they want to defund the police, but not in their neighborhood.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. As long as they stay on the border states, Arizona, New Mexico,
so they have
then they're
policies
good.
and philosophies that they
Such
think
a
are great for everybody else,
brainwashed
but not for
libtard. She
themselves.
watches the
They're
news all
hypocrites.
day and
Again,
agrees with
secure the
them
border. And again,
bussing
we are
all
a nation
those
of immigrants,
people
Tammy.
in.
Let people in, but we should know who they are. Are they going to work? Or are they going to suck off the
We should
system?
be bussing anybody in anywhere. You're absolutely right, Phil.
Said in that quote, this is actually good for our economy. And it's so interesting to me that she and Mayor Adams are so at odds on this issue. Apparently, she wants them to come here. Mayor Adams, who called this a sanctuary state, now does not want them to come here because he can't provide them housing. He can't provide them things.
Oh, yeah. Everybody, it's good for everybody else. But don't bring them to New York. Now they're whining.
And restaurants and whatnot is not necessarily because we've got a labor problem. It's because
I'm going to get a freshy drink. I'll be right back, kids. Talk amongst yourselves. Phil's has got the right
stay
out.
home long enough, the government will help them where they don't have to return to work. That is why this has gone on more than 2 years.
Yeah, I'm glad we're able to solve that.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.
Oh, I'm sitting there talking to the fucking mute button. Jesus Christ. Yeah, they should put him on a bus. You're right. They sent him in the wrong direction. Look at that. So I went in and I got a fresh drink, right? And I saw some donuts sitting there, so I picked up one of the donuts. Dude, I feel you, Feels. I really do. My wife's Canadian, and she went through a lot, including lawyers and money, to make sure she did everything right legally. You are absolutely spot on, brother. I had to go to the interviews also. I know you know exactly what I'm talking about. Well, these people get busted like it's nothing. Exactly. They walk across the fucking river, and next thing you know, they're all, oh, yeah, let's go to New York. Fuck that. So I went in and got a donut, right? My dog saw me open the box of donuts. Follows me into my office. No shit. Dog is right there. Right? So when I eat chocolate off the top of the donut, guess who gets the rest of it? There you go, baby girl. Yeah. Phil, dude, you and me are brothers. Same thing. I know exactly what you're talking about, brother. I know exactly what you're talking about. Grandparents from Canada. Exactly. My wife's Canadian. Immigrated into the U.S. the right way. Exactly the right way. And dude, we take more immigrants from more places than anybody else on the planet. Anybody. Legally. We take more of them than anybody else. So fuck all that. Oh, you're not being nice. Fuck you. People that won't pay their tax and work off the books. She was a little like, well, they pay tax in other ways, like sales tax. It's a load of horse shit. They're a pariah on society. They cause fucking massive spikes in our healthcare, schools. It's what. Listen, that's where we pay more than anything for those fucking people, because the schools are overrun. We have to continue to shove property tax dollars into those schools for those kids, not just my kids, but now all the illegal alien kids to get an education. And let me be clear, I'm keen on education. Education is the way out of poverty. You've got to be educated. Coming over the southern border, 157. No, dude, you're spot on. I have zero problems with people coming here legally, and I do. Bring me all of your legally people. Back soon, Phil's got you, brother. Cool. 194 countries and 157 of them sampled in the southern border immigration extravaganza. Don, what the fuck are we going to do about that? So, hey, Mash. What's up, brother? Go ahead. Yeah, we dig legal people. We know who they are, right? Come in, we know who you are. We know where you're going. We got programs for you if you want to be legal. Dude, It's good stuff. Yeah, I'm not doing much either. I'm kind of bored. Sometimes I feel like I'm waiting on paint to dry, but born in East LA. Yeah, brother, I know. Born in the U.S. of Askies. I understand. We are lucky. We are extremely lucky to be born in the United States of America. America. Because, quite frankly, I've been to all those other shitholes, and yeah, no, I don't think so. It's all right. Got nothing for them. What did I just do? Am I really that stupid? Okay, let's try this again. All right. Augusta, Georgia, baby, representing. So, yeah, okay, there's 4 of you out there. So that means one of them's me, one of them's Platoon, one of them's probably Don, and one of them's probably Sheriff. Border Ukraine called an invasion. 200K per month coming over the southern border is called that's called a welcoming committee, brother. That's what they want to call it. Put AOC out there and start handing out fucking what's the word? Pamphlets, flyers. Yeah, go see our brother over at what's his name to get a good deal on your next car stereo speakers. Yeah, and AOC needs to be out there. The whole AOC and the whole squad needs to be out there leading that fucking cheer. Really, truly. They do. It's a fucking invasion, brother. It is. I swear it is. Fucking rules of anyway. Let me see. What are we doing here now? Stop sharing. Okay. Stop the camera because you don't need to see my ugly ass. There's the sheriff. I know he's here somewhere. Just he's in there in the back over there. Do you guys hear me okay? Check. 3 people now. Okay. That's cool. I've hung with worse crowds. How about that? Thank you, Don. So yeah, I've hung with worse crowds. I wish somebody would jump up here with me and start, saying some other shit. But let me see if I can throw a little link up here. Throwing the links on. Yeah. Feel free to grab a link. Jump up. Be all you can be. Kind of thing, I should try to bring the big miner online, shouldn't I? Might be too early. It's been on an hour and a half. Okay. I'm going to try and bring the big guy online. Looking for a bit while I do some baby business. I got you, brother. I'm mad as hell and I'm not going to take it anymore. All right, Don, what are we going to do then? What the fuck? Come on, brother. I'm right there next to you. Not behind you. I'm right there next to you. What are we going to do? You're mad as hell and you're not going to take it anymore. So what are we going to do? What's big? Hey, baby girl. What are we going to do, Don? Vote? Dude, we're doing that. Voting, I'm voting. What is it? I'm voting early and I'm voting often is the way they used to put it, right? Vote early and vote often. So yeah, I got that. What's next? Sending cash to my representatives and cash to my boy Don up there. Yes, I'm doing all of that already too. I'm even filtering down to the local guys and sending them some fucking cash. What next? Come on, Don. I'm right there with you, brother. I am. Wife's going to hear me start screaming in a minute. What's true, baby? You are my love. I don't have any more. No, it's all gone. It's all gone. Donut is gone. Yeah. Snort head. Hell in a handbasket. I know exactly what you mean, brother. I do. Pray. Nah, dude, I'm doing that. Yes, me and Beansy Beans here praying every night that we can get past this load of crap that we have to go through. Dude, I'm with you. All right. What are you going to do? Go see mommy? Go see mommy. Gas has come down substantially out here. Now, gas used to be, what, $5.30, $5.40. Now it's down to around $4.06. So it ain't horrible. But it ain't great. I mean, it ain't $2 gas. I remember $2. I got an RV that gets 5 miles to the gallon, so I know exactly what $2 gas is all about. $3.67 today. That's not bad. Not bad. Not bad. Yeah, you better get all you can get at that price. $3.67. Fuck yeah. Yeah, wife wants to take the RV across the country at $4 a gallon. I'm not sure about that. That's going to be pricey. Texas Police Department refuses to apologize. That's my guys right there. That's why I like Texas. Man, that's why I like Texas. Told the clerk today we need Trump back. Gas was as low as $1.98 here. Man, $4.29 in PA still. See, yeah, it's fucking expensive, and it probably gets higher the more you go north. I'm guessing. That's a guess. Let me see. Texas Police, share screen. And there we go. Texas Police Department refuses to apologize to woke mob after photo with Kyle. Central Texas Police Department refused to back down when a woke mob demanded an apology for a photo an officer posing with Kyle during a traffic stop. Officials with Thrall, Texas Police Department published a photo of officer with Kyle The photo occurred during a traffic stop. Okay. You never know who you might meet. Blah, blah, blah. In response to criticism over the photo by woke activists, the department added, I must have missed something. I believe that this young man was arrested, charged, indicted, and then found not guilty by a jury of his peers. Is this not how our country works anymore? The hate in these comments is terrible. With more than 100,000 reactions, none were angry or sad. Nearly 60 were laughs. 6,500 were laughs. Thrall is located. Carrie Aspon criticized the department, saying, "Sick, you are making him out as a hero. Shame on your officer and this department," the Daily Mail reported. The department did not identify. There are more than 1,800 negative comments. Yeah, I'm with them too. Fuck them. I'm straight there with the department. Yep, I'd get a photo with him if I could, for sure. Yes, the commenter can go fuck themselves. You're absolutely right, Mr. Don. You are absolutely right, sir. Let's see what else interesting. Dude, have you heard about Salman Rushdie? The fucking Iranians stabbed his ass, and now he's coming out of a coma, coming out of critical care. Dude, we need to kill some Iranians. That's what we need to kill, some Iranians. I mean, it's official now. We're out of the JCPOA, and that's never going to happen, and we're never going to get a nuclear deal with the Iranians. We just need to start bombing them fucking back to the Stone Age. The thing we've been promising them for the last 20 years, we just need to start sending it. Sorry, my humble opinion. In reference to all the fucking that they're doing to everybody else these days. Let's see. Poll showed Boris would crush Sunak Truss in vote for Tory leadership. Yeah, he would. I still like Boris, no matter what the rest of them say. Absolutely right, sir. Nuclear air burst. Fuse all that sand into glass. Paint a few fucking parking lines. Yellow lines. Come in with a yellow line. Yellow paint. And we're in there. European parking. Bang. Complete with fucking oil and gas. Wouldn't have to worry about that shit anymore, would we? Just take it. And we could. In 2 seconds. Russia would have a fucking cow. A cow, I'm telling you. China, same. Why? Because they all depend on fucking... The Iranians are buying the Russian gas just to keep it online. And the Chinese are buying $400 million worth, $400 billion, of Iranian gas because they can. I don't know. A lot of oil going under that motherfucker. Turn around in the parking lot. That's exactly what I would be doing. You guys get me talking like this, and I probably shouldn't. Nope. That guy ain't coming online. It's too hot still. Dude, 100. Once that thing reaches 100, it shuts down automatically. So if I power it on and 5 minutes later it reaches 100, I can't mine. That's because the air around it, it's 110 right now. Working to remove the dollars as the world's reserve currency. You know what happens if the U.S. economy if that occurs. Dude, you're absolutely right, but it's not going to happen. The U.S. is the reserve currency for OPEC, simply, and it's reserve currency for the world, and it's the petrodollar that OPEC is traded in. Real simple, because of the United States of America. It's not because of our wealth and affluence in this. It's because we're a stable place. We got a 200-year thing going on that says we know how to do this shit. And we're a country that's ruled by laws. Well, whereas we're not ruled by Putin, who, he's got a new set of edicts every week that changes people's lives. Now he's throwing people in jail for not going to the front. China, dude, China's buying up all the energy they can. Why? Because they don't have any. They have none. Yep, BRICS countries already doing it. Well, BRICS countries are making some deals outside of the United States in other currencies. For instance, the won is being traded to Iran, the Chinese yuan. But the Chinese yuan doesn't trade in a market anywhere. It's not a freely traded currency. So, I mean, if you want to trade oil for yuan, then go right ahead. That's dumb, but okay. But Iran, they have no other market for that oil. So if they can trade it for yuan or trade it for construction projects or trade it for dams or trade it for fucking missiles, then that's what they'll do. I mean, it's just a different perspective. All right. Well, that's not going to work. Let's see. What's in CNBC? Anything good there? Yeah, the Dow was up hard last week. The markets were up pretty hard on Friday. Futures fall slightly ahead of a big retail earnings week. So, yeah, futures fall. Yep. Let's see, Don. Can BRICS de-dollarize the global financial system? BRICS activities have been understudied, yet the stakes of BRICS de-dollarization are particularly high. Dude, volume. I would ask you to look at the volume. The volume of money in the BRICS de-dollarization effort versus the volume of dollars that flows as a reserve currency. And I'm going to tell you, it's going to be infinitesimally small, comparatively speaking. And that's why it's not relative. But it's something that a 22-year-old little girl will write about and make it sound exciting, like she actually knows what the fuck she's talking about. And then people will read it and say, oh, this. Yeah. No, the why back from Vegas? Yeah, I'm back from Vegas. It's over. My thing is over. It's finished on Saturday. So yeah. Yes, it did. It did flood again. Amazing. The day that I left, basically, it was flooded. I didn't see any of it. And I was on all the big roads. I was on 15 headed north, 95 headed north. I didn't see any of it. But yeah, I heard they lost 2 people died in Vegas from floods. I mean, what the fuck? What does BRICS new currency mean? An article written 7 years ago? I'm guessing there's not much relevance, but that's a guess. I try not to read financial advice from 7 years ago. Don, this is all over the financial news, Don. It's scaring the shit out of a lot of people. Dude, let them get scared. I mean, that's what fucking happens. I know, I've seen it, but I'm not the fuck in the least bit worried about it. I'm just not. On me, it's going to have absolutely zero influence. None. Less than none. Nah, brother. Why would I be mad? Just because you ramble on all the time about nothing doesn't mean I'm mad at you. Scaring the shit out of a lot of people. You know what? A lot of people get really scared over shit like this. They do. You know what? Now that people can talk together, and it's kind of something I've noticed. now that people can actually talk to one another directly, and I mean literally anybody can talk to anybody else directly. Now that people can talk to one another and communicate, they all seem to think that everything's falling apart. They all seem to think that the world's coming to a fucking end. And I'm just not seeing it. I could be wrong. You know, I've been wrong on a lot of shit. I really am. Have been. But this one, reserve currencies, BRICS, nah, I don't see it, brother. I don't. I like watching people get all tizzied up about it, though. It's kind of cool. That's just my 2 cents, Don. It is just my 2 cents. I try real hard not to let this shit get fluster me. You know what? We're coming out of a dip in the fucking curve. Just hold on to it and it'll ride back up. The paradigm is changing, though. I'm telling you. Labor is getting scarce. It is. And that is going to have an inflationary cost. It will. Because baby boomers are saying, fuck it, I'm out of here. I don't need it. And I don't blame them. I'm one of them. I'm trying to get the fuck out of Dodge. Just waiting for the right minute. Till I pop smoke. Taking that exit at high speed. Yep, I'm out. See you. So, yeah, I get it. I'm just not flustered over it. I'm not. And I recommend you not be either. But hey, what the fuck do I know? Is that you? Okay, people didn't care, went on with their lives and laughed at Noah till it started raining. Okay. Dude, I could be wrong about this. I really could. But even if the reserve currency changes, it's not affecting me. It's not. But I don't see it changing. All right, Don, then what are you doing different because of this? Tell me. What are you doing different today because of this? Because if you're not doing anything to your portfolio about this, then you're just spreading FUD. What are you doing to your portfolio today to shield yourself from the effects of the world's reserve currency changing? What is that? Tell me what that is. What about them? Gold, silver, real estate, tangible assets. So are you saying you're acquiring? Or you have increased your rate of acquisition? Is that what you're saying? Tell me what you're doing there. Because I'm doing all that. So what do you got? What are you doing that I ain't? So you have 80 to 85% of your portfolio is in gold, silver? Up from 75%. Did you see the big dip that silver just took? I mean, if you've got $100,000 in it, you just lost $10,000. Silver's fucking bottom's falling out of silver. I mean, I agree with tangible assets. I do. But you need tangible assets that will do things for you. So gold and silver is one of them. Yeah, I got them. Real estate, yes. 75% of my portfolio, no. No. No way in fuck. I think you just have a more aggressive view than I do. Um, but I'm good. What else? What else you doing that's special? Platoon, your leg's gonna hurt for a while until it heals. But it ain't gonna heal with you picking at it and whining about it. It's just gonna take a couple weeks. Just give it some time. Don, I'm with you on your assets. I'm just I think your percentages and ratios are a little aggressive, a little too aggressive. Cash is king now. It really is. Dollar's worth more than it has been fucking 25 years. My cash is buying me overrated assets at underrated prices. The tangibles have an inflationary. Land has went up through the fucking ceiling recently due to the pandemic, tripled in price roughly. But that was when money was cheap. Now that money's expensive, let's see how these people feel about their $60,000 piece of property that should be priced around $15,000. We'll see. Because I'm the guy out there trying to buy it with my cash. I am. I'm a loan that allows me to take a more aggressive stance. Yeah, I guess it does. Okay. That's a good. Yeah. Yeah. I got wifey and bills and I'm trying to pay down debt and get the fuck out of Dodge. So yeah, I got a substantially more conservative financial view than a lot of people. Yeah. Check out the Envy Railroad Museum. You're right. I shoot. Where's it at? Dude, you got it over me, brother. I still got a mortgage, just built a new house, but it's a small one. Well, all righty then. Thanks for chat, Don. Always good, sir. Have a good one. Blessings to you. Have a wonderful day. I guess I'm going to go ahead and shut it down. I've been up 2 hours now, and nobody wants to jump up here and get some. So, okay. Thanks, guys. Thanks, Don. Thanks, Platoon. Thanks, Sheriff. I know you're probably still out there. Let's see who else. Thanks. Who else is lurking? More than 500 words. Yeah, that's true. That's true. All righty, guys. Y'all be cool. Probably see you later on tonight. Maybe not. Who knows? I think Tanya's got her thing later on. So probably see you there. Take care. Be cool. Later.